Hello everyone, my name is Yatee Krishna and today we are going to be talking about movement in snails. So in the last video we talked about movement in earthworm and now we are going to talk about movement in snails. So snails are one of the slowest moving animals on earth. They have a liquid skeleton just like the earthworms. The body of the snail is divided into three parts: the shell, the head and the foot. So we are going to talk about each one of them in detail. So let's start with the shell. The shell is a hard outer covering which forms the snail's exoskeleton, but it is not the snail's bones. The shell is hard, but it neither provides support, nor does it help in locomotion, nor does it maintain the shape of the snail. So what is the function of the shell? So the basic function of the shell is to protect the snail from heat and enemies. The snail has to drag the shell along with it and it grows with the snail. Now the shell is made up of calcium carbonate and has a rough texture. It also stores extra calcium in it. So now we are going to talk about the head. The head has two pairs of tentacles on it. The bigger or the upper tentacle holds the snail's eyes, whereas the lower or the smaller tentacle helps the snail to feel and smell the food. So no one knows how well they can see, but snails can definitely see and respond to light because they have lens and optic nerves just like we do. So now we are going to talk about the foot. The head extends into the foot. The foot is a muscular organ that helps in locomotion. The foot produces wave-like movements which propels the body of the snail forward. The foot secretes a slimy substance known as mucus. The snail moves on this layer of mucus, avoiding friction. Wherever the snail goes, it leaves behind a trail of mucus. The snail can move vertical or upside down thanks to the mucus, which is a sticky substance. It can also move on hard and sharp surfaces without getting cut thanks to the protective and slimy mucus. So now I'm going to ask you all 10 important questions about snails. Number 1, what sense do humans and snails share? Number 2, what type of movement does the foot of a snail produce? Number 3, what are some ways in which a snail can move? Number 4, what type of surfaces can a snail move on? Number 5, what is the function of the tentacles? Number 6, what type of skeleton does a snail have? Number 7, what is mucus? Number 8, list the shell's function. Number 9, which part of the snail is responsible for movement? And number 10, what is the shell's texture and what is it made up of? Thank you and Jai Hind.